Ritabrata Banerjee.
Here to support this bill a timely and praiseworthy endeavor. Now, it has been honorable members have dealt about the necessity as urbanization is going on, such institutes with new visions and new ideas, emphasizing on research and development and promotion. I just want to mention here one point that the provision of a student council to ensure redressal mechanism needs to be there. Now, architecture of India, one point I want to mention regarding when we are discussing higher education, that architecture in our country is rooted in our history and culture. It's an assimilation of diversities. It's an assimilation of different influences. I was hearing about the Indus Valley civilization where we had a town planning. Then after that, the post-Mohenjo-daro and Ashok assimilated. The blending of the Roman and the Hellenic influences came, giving birth to the Greco-Buddhist school. Then you have the Muslim influences, the Mughal era, where India and Iran uniting, the colonial era, where the British, the Dutch, the French, and the Portuguese giving birth to the Indo-Gothic structure. Now, the point is that this assimilation has been the churning crucible of our civilization, as BBC's Epic History points out, that India is the only continuing civilization in human history. Now, I just want to mention here, now during this during the period of 6th century BC to 6th century AD, when the spectacular scientific developments have been in our country, the question naturally arises why it stopped in the 7th century AD, because intolerance was there. When intolerance comes into play, then scientific advancement, there is a stoppage on that. And particularly, I just want to mention a famous book, The Biography of a Dangerous Idea, written by a French intellectual Charles Seyffi, where this dangerous idea is actually zero, which we have invented. The Arabs took that idea from us. They have always credited us for that idea. Now, as I want to mention, as we are discussing architecture, wherever this zero came into being, now this zero is incomplete without the concept of infinite in mathematics. Now, infinity and zero go together. That is dialectics. That is the unity of opposite that always our country has cherished. And particularly when we speak about the unity of opposite, the dialectics, because the dialectics and unity of opposite generates the advancement of ideas. We need to move forward towards this advancement of ideas. I will urge upon the government that along with sir, I crave your indulgence. I will take a minute. I will finish, sir. That as we need to move forward with the advancement of ideas, along with more increased spending on education, along with more social spending, there needs to be a situation where this tolerance needs to be championed. This is the need of the hour. And I want to quote the Tagore. Tagore has said in his celebrated poem of Bharat Tirtho, "Keho nahi jane kar aho bhane, কত মানুষের ধারা দুর্বার স্রোতে এলো কোথা হতে সমুদ্রে হলো হারা হেথায় আর্য হেথা অনার্য হেথায় দ্রাবিড় চীন সখুন্দল পাঠান মোগল এক দেহে হলো লীন no one knows sir from where it flows or who set it in motion the wild force of humanity's course to mingle in mid-ocean here are Aryans and non-Aryans Mughals people of the east Huns and Syrians Pathans and Dravidians in a body they have mixed. So naturally, as our first Prime Minister, Pandit Nehru, had always mentioned after our independence in a convocation in Allahabad University, in a few days he had went there, he said that a university stands for humanism, it stands for tolerance, it stands for reason, it stands for the adventure of ideas and the search for truth. I rise to support this timely and praiseworthy endeavor, an important one that will definitely take us into the higher planes of civilization. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.